Michael Byers, I wonder if part of this is, if you've been in North American countries for a few generations, and you look at the rest of the world, particularly much of the world that makes the news, which means things aren't going too well, we're doing so much better, relatively speaking, we're not sure what else will make us happy here. You want to come in on that?
Well, I think there is something to that point, but I think the previous point that was made about the fact that the poor in the United States and other Western democracies are not becoming richer, and that we've actually seen more inequality rather than less inequality over the last couple of decades is an important part of the story here. There's a lot of room for improvement if you're in the bottom 25% of American or Canadian society in terms of your opportunities, in terms of your security, of livelihood, of access to education, all those sorts of things. So how you look at these numbers really depends on where you sit in the socioeconomic spectrum. It's still not a rosy situation for many of us. But in terms of the fact that we have been able to live in a little bit of a cocoon, the Cold War ended, that fear of nuclear holocaust receded. There was a sense that at least up to 2001 that the United States was safe from external attacks. There was this sense that the economy was at least at the technological cutting edge in terms of international competition. So yeah, there was a lot of hope. I moved to the United States for 5 years towards the end of the Clinton administration, and it was a very buoyant time, which quickly changed as a result of the bursting of the dot-com bubble and then the terrorist attacks of 9/11. So things can oscillate, and one needs to remember that the media is always looking for a new angle, a new story, and sometimes certain voices are excluded from that, and so there's a lot of contingency in what we see. Now, having said all that, I think Janice made the most important point of the whole discussion a few minutes ago when she started to talk about the role that environmental degradation plays with respect to how people feel about themselves, and whether there's actually any future for Fukuyamas' thesis, whether there's any future for continued economic growth and for the triumph of capitalist markets. I think this future of constraint, of environmental degradation, of the combination of climate change and peak oil does pose probably the most serious threat to Fukuyamas' thesis that has arrived on the scene yet.